quadratic inequality. X squared minus x minus 20 less than 0. How do you know it's quadratic? We have an x squared, we have an x, and we have a constant. Okay, so in this example, the first thing we're going to do is factorize. Now we can do this using our calculator, but if we don't know how to do it with a calculator, we can try this manually as well. So we see the coefficient of x squared is 1. So we know we're going to have x and x. Now let's look at our constant. Our constants are negative, so we know we're going to have a plus and we're going to have a minus. So then we look at the factors of our constant, and we know they're 1 and 20, 2 and 10, and 4 and 5. Then we look at the the coefficient of our x, and we see that it's a minus 1. So we know that the factors of the 20, we need to look where they're really close to each other so that we can have a negative 1. And the pair is quite clearly 4 and 5. And we see this has to be a negative, which means the larger number has to be a negative. So x minus 5, x plus 4. If you want a more detailed video into how to factorize manually, please let me know in the comments below. Then we see we have our critical values, right? We have our critical values of 5 and negative 4. Okay, I should have wrote it the other way around. Then when we represent this on a number line, we look, okay, which is the lower value, negative 4, and we have 5. So what this actually gives us is the roots of a parabola. Now, how do we know if this parabola is smiling or if it's frowning? We look back at the original. And what's the value of this x squared? What's the coefficient? Is the coefficient positive or negative? It's a positive 1. So this is definitely smiling. So what that's actually the roots or the x-intercepts. So wherever we are above this, now let's just draw some vertical lines here. So whenever we are above this x-axis, it's positive. When we're below, it's negative and positive again. So the question wants to know where this entire expression is less than 0. So we want the negative solution. So to represent this nicely in a number line, we'll do this the exact same thing again, negative 4 and 5. And remember, this is not inclusive since there's not or equal to, it's just less than. Then we're going to have open dots and there. The reason it's from negative 4 to 5 because the solution wants us to show where this is negative, and it is negative in this entire portion.